On today's episode of Based After Dark.
I could have No Monkey come over and I could place my fingers and hands on the keyboard and mouse, and then No Monkey lays his over top of mine and clicks with my fingers. And so technically it's me doing it. That's a Brown joke. Sorry, my bad, dude. I did not mean to intrude on your space, dude. I am so sorry.
What the fuck, man? Come on.
I know you're a marginalized group. I deeply apologize. All right.
It's okay. We're in the same boat. The gays and the browns, you know.
We're not. I'm in a bigger boat. All right, get used to it, buddy.
Nowadays, I feel like my stories just like fall flat. Like I can't piece things together the way I used to, like when I used to stream, and I feel stupid.
It makes you feel better. You've never been able to do that well. You've always been pretty stupid.
Damn. All right. Okay. Hey, that's gonna do 10,000. You know what I mean? I was like, get this thing open real quick.
Sorry.
My goodness. Based After Dark.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Based After Dark, episode 90. I, myself, am Tasty Life. I'm joined today in a lovely trio podcast with Mr. PrisonJoe and the one and only. We wrangled him. We had to wrangle him. I had to lasso his feet and drag him over here, but we got him. Ignoble Solid. Welcome, gentlemen. How are we? What's on our minds today?
This is my prime Eiffel Tower. This is it. I would do.
We're starting. Thank you for all the patrons. We love you.
Didn't ask that, Ignoble.
Oh, they're talking to me. I was like, damn, bro, I'm just trying to thank the patrons.
Yeah, we did ask you, dude. We do love the patrons.
Yeah, shout out to all the patrons. Thank you, guys.
I took a bite of hummus. How are we doing, guys?
How are you going to choose to eat at the very beginning? Like, we're literally.
I'm so hungry. You know what I had today? I had a ham and cheese croissant. That's it. Okay. That's what I'm running on.
What'd you fucking call me?
We have some appearance-based things to cover today. You're wearing a fucking suit and a dress watch and, well, I think that's it. But you're in the Pussy Palace. I shaved my goatee today. I look like twice as racist as I did last episode. And we're wearing the Bussy's hat, by the way. Got the Bussy's hat on, which I've discovered is it's kind of good luck. It's brought me some good luck. So I've been wearing the Bucky's hat recently. But yeah, the suit. Also, we all drinking Red Bulls? Dude, cheers.
Yeah, dude, there was a deal at the gas station. 2 for $5. This is the new winter flavor. Fucking so good. Actually quite good.
Why do they gotta do seasonal? They can't just make them all year round. Just make them, like, why does it gotta be? I don't know.
Probably Obama, if I had to guess.
Real.
But the suit, good question. So there's threefold. Number one, they tell you to dress for the job that you want, not the job you have. And frankly, I would really like to be a League of Legends esports caster or a Counter-Strike caster, and I feel like I've really kind of hit the nail on the head with that one. Secondly, I'm a man that now commutes to work. I have a 15 to 20 minute drive each way to my office to work now, and I figured it's about time I take it a little bit more seriously. So I've implemented a dress code in the office, and I was trying to give an air of professionalism, more or less. And the third reason is I just got it fitted at Nordstrom's, and I had to go pick it up today.
So are you more
I'm
so?
practicing
Are you
for
more
a stream bit now?
Are you more so flexing on us, or is this just is just you now?
This is just the guy that first of all, it's the guy that I've always been. I feel like both of you know that. We've both dined together at multiple occasions. This is who I am. Yeah.
That's fair. Do you have any, if you don't follow the dress code, say, for example, is there any punishments that you might endure? Like, are there any, maybe any self-imposed sanctions, you would say, if you do not adhere to dress code?
For me or for others?
Well, for you.
Others.
I mean, yeah.
Everyone, the dress code applies to everybody in this building. If you come into this building, the dress code applies to you. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know that I go by the same rules. If I enter without the dress code, I typically will take a used tire and put it around my neck and light it on fire.
That'd be good. That could also be good for stream. So you're gonna wear this. You're gonna record Behemoth in this, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's
okay. I did see
more
recently.
The main reason I put it
saw
on,
the
because I
news.
just made a couple comments.
I kind of saw the news direction that we took with the video. Is that something you want to keep doing as a host? You want to keep going to that?
I think it's a funny bit. It's definitely kind of a funny bit to lean into. I figured it would be fun to try. I think people liked it. I didn't read the comments, but I had a couple Twitch chats that were like, hey, that was good. And I was like, okay cool.
Here's what I think. as obviously as a shareholder in the Behemoth Enterprise, I think that I think you do it. I feel like because there's a lot of episodes we have sometimes, which this will be a nice segue because we're gonna talk about your RuneScape account here in a second. We do videos sometimes where we're kind of. It's funny too because the comments think we're like merching, or like we're fucking merching items and dumping stuff. Like, what the fuck?
As
you
if
guys
we care enough to do that.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, man.
Wait, why are you
Like,
guys giggling about that? Like, I swear I saw messages about this in the Discord.
I fucking real world trade like a man, dude. Grow
Listen,
up.
man, the only thing I've ever done was take advice from Adicon one time, and it worked out well for all of us, okay? That's all I'm going to fucking say.
Oh, is that the Spectral merch?
Whoa.
Allegedly.
Statute of limitations might not be up on that, man, so let's keep that under
that's
wraps.
a thing in RuneScape. I don't
Listen, bro, you know the J-mods, they'll ban you for anything, apparently. Apparently, they'll ban you even if you don't need to be banned, according to half of Reddit, so, you know, we got to be careful out here, guys.
and all of my fucking DMs, that's true, yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, Behemoth, I got banned. Can you talk to Jagex for me?
Dude, you know it's funny, and I've talked about that before. I don't think you've been here, Ignoble. I have a pre-wrote message on my phone. When people send those in the Discord, I respond with it. It literally says, "We're not Jagex. We have no affiliation." But it's like a fucking GPT response to how we can't help them, which we can't because we're not working for Jagex. We're just making videos.
Dude, imagine if every time someone sent us one of those, we like pestered Mod Goblin or someone, and we just messaged him like 4 times. He would fucking hate us.
I wouldn't have came back from RuneFest. Neither would have T-Papa, bro.
He would have piano wire around the neck. He would have been gone, dude.
It wouldn't have been. It would have been good. But my point though is sometimes we do videos where we kind of we buy in on the, you know, there's items fluctuate sometimes. Sometimes they fluctuate. They drop, they shoot down or they shoot up, and usually we want people to know that, you know, that way if they are somebody who's like a broke main account and they actually are worried about what their items are worth, they you know, they can sell or buy or whatever they want to do. And usually we kind of we cash in on that. I feel like for those episodes the news bit goes the hardest, you know, like invest now, sell now, like that.
Like Mad Money, Jim Cramer. And to that point, we mostly talk about things crashing, and like you can't fucking short an item in RuneScape, so I don't know how they expect us to merch that. Like we talk about things going up in price like twice ever. Probably.
Like, just selling options on Tebow's out here. Holy shit.
Well, dude, I remember I covered the Tebow is going down, and I was like, it's at a record low in this period of time, and everybody was like, no, it's not. Back in, it was people were pissed. They were fucking not happy that I'd simply told them the Tebow has gone down a couple $100 million. Some fucking pissed off people, dude, and then people were just like, I hope you got your money's worth on this merch. I was like, bro, what the fuck, man?
The price is going down. How do I merch that, dude?
Dude, you guys should definitely like have a couple thumbnails ready with like, you know, the Donald Trump tariff shit situation going on, and have those like,
that's,
you know, stock graphs going down.
That.
So I got you, boys. We
definitely have some of that demographic that could possibly work out. But today's update, it was update day today, every Wednesday, of course. Today there was a few. There's been kind of a lot going on. We got the stackable clue issue. Issue for some people, not issue for some people. There's also people like me who honestly do a master clue every 4 weeks, so I don't really care that much. And then of course Tasty's his big series is being affected by this. You want to get into that today?
Yeah. Dude, you know what's fucked up is I've been working on this stupid green dragon grind for like 30 hours at this point. I've been killing green dragons for prayer, because I unlocked the prayer scrolls and I got a DHCP and all that sort of stuff. And so I woke up early this morning because my dog woke me up at like 7 or 8 or something like that. She had to go to the bathroom, and I looked at my phone and I had, dude, like 100 messages in the Fools Boosting like Discord thing. Like the guy was just messaging me a ton, and I had a couple messages from other people asking about it. They changed how real world trade is classified. They didn't change it. They said they clarified it. But that's not technically true because my series was totally fine before. I was getting boosting services done for a discount, and I shouted them out, and that was the whole thing. But now, since there is essentially a GP value to that shout out, they're giving me half off. There is a signed GP value. Me shouting them out on my YouTube is now a form of real world trade. And so I asked the JMods if this now counts under the new rules, and they're like, yeah, probably. And I was just like, fucking okay. So well, I can continue it. I can pay full price and not shout them out at all because boosting is still fine.
But so you have to pay for it.
You'll
But I
pay
have to
full
pay
price.
full price.
And then one of your buddies and fools are like, "Hey, Tasty, you're a cool guy. I'm gonna tip you exactly half of what you paid me. And thanks for putting our name really big in the corner as a logo."
Whoa, he's too good.
Thank you,
He's
man.
too good, bro.
That's
Hey,
really-
honestly.
That probably would work. That's so smart, Ignoble. You're
think-
such a smart boy.
Actually,
I'm very
that's
proud of you. Good
actually
boy.
legit, bro.
Yeah.
That is
Can
such
you
a
say it again
fucking
with a higher
circumvent,
pitch
bro.
voice, Tasty?
Good
I
boy.
kind of want to say
Sorry.
Honestly, bro, yeah, you should take his advice on that. You get a tip after for just just a
not gonna
gift,
work.
a gift. It's just a gift, bro. Just a gift.
Gifts
If I
between
shout
friends.
them out at all, I'm pretty sure that's not allowed.
Okay, let me ask you
I think
this.
they might catch on, considering every other episode so far has been very explicit about the deal that's going on.
What
I
about
should have
this?
just lied the whole time.
What
honestly. Fuck it.
what if you what if you shout somebody out but you don't pay anything? They just do it. Does that still count too? If there's no
That's
GP involved
even
at all?
worse. What do you mean? Yeah, because
So that's still the same thing. Even if they're not
normally
paying you
charge GP for it, and they would give it to me for free. Now the value of that shout out is
That's
the whole
true.
service, like 100 mil.
I just don't like this. I think I think we just don't like this.
It's a little strange because I feel like I would understand it fundamentally because I am receiving a GP value for a shout out, but at no point along the chain is there any real money gained by fool. Like, I guess I get ad revenue technically, but that's for me. I'm already getting the benefit. The fools people are getting more business. They're getting more GP, but assuming they don't real world trade it, there is no actual real world trade taking place anywhere along the chain. So I don't. You like
that's where my disconnect is. That's where my disconnect is because there's actually no there's no really there's nothing going on that's blatant.
What is real world trading? I thought that means literally just like cash for gold.
That is
IRL cash.
It doesn't
for
necessarily have to do anything with cash. It's the definition is now you are receiving an out of game benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Anything which includes exposure. So now exposure is the new cash.
Yeah,
they assigned both of those a real world.
I know that. Yeah,
value.
I mean they'll definitely enforce it. I know, like sometimes I'll do like a giveaway like a marbles giveaway on stream, and like someone gets 20 mil, and then they subscribe to my stream. I'm like, hey, he did that on his own free will. He did that on his own free will. I did not encourage him to do that. That was on his own free will.
Well,
I have two questions here.
Greg got an account banned for for like promoting a service Discord. Yeah.
Oh, geez. I think there's two things here. One, how are we going to deal with the situation in the future when like you invite me to go out and you're like, hey, Ignoble, you're cool to hang out with us if you give me this like 200 mil GP donation. And I was like, okay, sure. I can't give you cash, but I'll give you in-game money. So maybe we'll figure that out. But my second question is, what prompted this? Like, where did this come from? I thought Jagex was cool with services, cool with this kind of stuff. Did this just come out of nowhere?
Honestly, bro, it feels. Do you think? Let me ask you this. And like, you can jerk yourself here if you like. Do you think that you're really pissing me off eating hummus in that suit, bro?
Yeah, dude, you fucking like, God, I hate it so much.
Today. He was in traffic. He was stressed, bro. He's stressed for work, bro. He's stress eating right now.
You fucking look like
cook.
you're gonna stand next to Riot Freak and like talk about Faker and jerk him off a couple times, man.
I don't know, bro. You look like if I do need a lawyer for a gross score, that's what you look like, bro.
Oh, God, dude. You guys could say nice jacket, maybe, Geez,
it is a nice jacket. All jokes aside, it's very nice. It's very fitting. Looks good.
Yeah, it does fit
I like
very
the pattern.
well.
It's very nice. Yeah,
Can we get like a full body tour real quick? Can you
I'm not wearing the pants. I'm wearing like fucking sweatpants right now. But you guys can check it out.
Yeah, we want to see the. Let's see the tailor real quick before we continue here.
Ooh. Look at that.
Yeah, that's honestly perfect. Yeah, dude.
Size,
looking lean, looking good. Very nice.
Okay.
You can throw the button off if you get a little bloated at the dinner. This is good. Very nice. Oh yeah, you got some room there too.
Ooh,
little tail on the back. Not bad, dude.
Okay, look at that.
Good.
Oh, damn. Perfect for thrusting.
You look. He looks sharp. He looks good.
Yeah.
He looks ready. He looks ready to commentate, delegate, mediate. My goat. All right, enough glazing you. What were we saying again? I forgot. I lost. Honestly, it threw me off.
I think you're gonna ask. Do you think Tasty is the reason why this happened? They watched his series.
Well, not the reason, but do you think you definitely added Spur where they're like, fuck this guy, and they decided they're like, you know what, we're gonna amend these rules.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe I had some sort of factor in it, but I have noticed a lot of service discords, even if they're not necessarily real world trading, are being somewhat targeted. Like every single like Oda's Gim Shop, his account got banned. The Fool's Gim Shop guy, his Gim account got banned. There was another service Discord that their Gim Shop account got banned. And I don't think any of them are necessarily, I mean, I'm sure at some point down the line on some side there's real world trade happening, but I don't think it's from the servers themselves. So I think there's some sort of wider Jagex crackdown that's going on, and maybe I brought some sort of attention to it, but I feel like the J-Mons would have said something to me. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, and the worst part is if you ask them, they won't tell you. Unless
I asked them if I could continue the series, and they were like, probably not. Let me ask the anti-cheating team. And then I don't know if they've... Oh, okay. I actually have I've got a couple tags in the creator Discord.
Oh, okay. Maybe we have a resolution, a real answer to the...
Okay, TC, your account has now been banned. Please contact Jagex support for help.
Nope, it's just some guy saying, damn it, I can't pay Dino to raid me anymore. Sad. Okay.
Jesus.
Well, that's pretty true. So I did the only service I've ever done was I did a BA service, and I shouted them out, which was like just honestly for fun and because I just didn't feel like assembling a BA team. And BA, dude, they're pretty cool, and they did it for free. They didn't even give me a discount. They did that shit for free, bro. Shout out.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, those are expensive now.
Shout out. Well, not anymore, though. Can't shout you guys out anymore. Sorry. Yeah. I'm not going to say your name, but you know you are.
No free shout outs, buddy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
No shout outs
but
at
you know,
all.
I was going to say one day I was going to go for the Penance Queen, and now I'm kind of fucked, bro. I'm going to have to actually pay up some cash.
You could learn how to boost, and then you could boost people to their torsos and get points like that, and then you make a fuck ton of money.
Dude, can I drop a quick flex on you boys?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. I have a Penance Queen on 2 accounts.
Fuck you. I know that. And fuck you. You don't even play RuneScape. What are you doing here?
Before I was a streamer, I was super into playing BA and joined like BA teams. And before, like just before I started streaming, I joined like a services group just for a little bit. I was ass, but dude, fucking the amount of money you made at the time. This is before like all like services was like a thing. But like just BA services was like a thing at the time. Outside
BA
of like
was
all
the
the
first service for sure.
Yeah, and I was just like, holy shit, people are literally printing money out here. Shit's crazy. But yeah, it's my quick.
Yeah, well, I know. Well, this thing is like, especially I don't know, even just like 5 to like 7 years ago, like the value of like GP, like when you equate it to like real world money, was just like kind of crazy. Which I have further on that later. I have a relative story that later. But before I go into, I was going to talk about my trip to Georgia I took recently, where I did see Mr. SaintTits. He saved me the fee of an Airbnb, so thank you. And I did want to ask you.
Did you stay with SaintTits?
I did, yeah. I stayed with him. I slept next to him on an air mattress, and we'll talk about the night terrors I had on the Patreon podcast today. Which
already ahead of me, buddy. already ahead of me. Yeah, this is Patreon. Listen, it's good. It's good.
Hey, man, subscribe to help with his trauma going forward in life. We can also cover too. We talked about that before we get into. Actually, let me ask Stacey this before we move on. I was gonna ask you how do you plan on moving forward now? Now that you've pretty much been told that you can't do that, are you just gonna fucking take? How much money do you have?
I mean, not realistically, not enough to complete the series. I could maybe liquidate my entire mains bank account, have
rebuild
literally
series
0
after
GP, and get lucky at any of the raids for a mega rare. That could theoretically happen, but I don't know. I'm gonna finish off the video that I'm making right now. I'll just pay full price for the services I'm gonna get in this video, and then just not shout them out at all, and then fuck you guys, put a sponsor spot in there or something. And I don't know, I'll have to like post to my YouTube community section or something and be like, hey guys, what should I do? Like, do you guys want to see the ethical Iron Man? You know, like,
I mean, honestly, I feel like if there's enough people who are a fan, if there's people who are a fan of the show, you'll definitely get some donations. People will definitely throw you a bone for sure.
I don't know if I want to ask for donations, but maybe I should, you know?
Honestly, I feel like you should open it up in a way where you're like, hey, this is what happened. If you want this series to continue, you can be like, realistically, I'm not going to have enough gold, But if you want to help me, if you would like me to continue the series, let me know. I will take donate. Pretty much open it up, but don't be like don't be demanding about it.
Is
I'll
that
throw you
worse?
$5 bro. I got you.
Is that
$5
literally
Dude,
worse?
thanks, man.
Like,
Dude,
if
I got
people
you.
are
I'm
just
up
like,
right
yeah,
now.
you're begging for gold. Isn't that like, is that kind of like a
More
real world
unethical?
service? Yeah, like that's.
It kind of
you
adds to the
mean-
series. You're really getting unethical asking for
Oh,
gold too.
dude,
So I feel
that's
like
a
it makes
great twist you can put
kind
on
of-
it. Be like, I don't have enough money, but in the spirit
gonna
of
get as-
unethicalness,
I'm gonna get as shitty as possible. Give me your fucking
Yeah.
money.
You know what I could do? I mean, I'll pull out this episode. I'll pay full price, whatever. The next episode, I'll go to the Inferno and have Pink Clay do my cape, and that'll be the whole video. And then this account gets banned. End of story. It's the most unethical ending that I could possibly have, you know?
Honestly, okay. So that is funny, and I do feel like there's some value there. I feel like at some point at the very end, you do something that is so unethical, you just get banned. Like I feel like that's the best way to end the
I've
series.
thought
Great
about
ending.
that. Unironically, I'm not gonna do that because Jagex would be really very upset with me. They would not be
That
happy
is true,
with that.
yeah.
I would get banned from the creator Discord and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean,
And then that
wait,
would like
if you're
silly
in
any
on it,
opportunities for
man.
Jagex in the future.
but if you're in on it
However,
with them, yeah.
if I crafted something where they were in on it and it was like a joke, it didn't actually happen, but the whole video made it look like that's what was happening.
Ooh.
I don't know if I would have to reveal the bit at the end though, or if I would just let
You
people
should
think
do like
that
okay. Here's what I think, and we're coming to this at the comedic aspect. I feel like they definitely would be okay with it if it's like just fake and you just script it out, and at the very end you just roll a very small font, just fucking roll it at the end. That is really a detailed explanation of how it's just a joke and you didn't actually get banned, but just real fast, just real down.
Yeah,
And if people watch it, if people find it, that's on them.
My only thing that makes me think maybe Jagex would not be okay with that is first of all, YouTube commenters, some of the dumbest people on the planet, they're not going to see that. They're going to assume that it was real and I really did that. And they're going to start flaming Jagex for giving me preferential treatment for not banning me, even though it was technically fake, but they wouldn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's like Jagex is bearing the cross for my content. I don't think they would let me do that.
That's fair too. That's fair as well.
Even if I did say it was real, people are gonna be like, "This is promoting Pink Clay's service," you know, like some gay shit like that, you know.
I think you should definitely I love this aspect of, you know, trying to push the boundaries on unethicalness. Can you get somebody to come over to your house and do your cape for you? Like literally sit at your computer and do it for you.
That's still against the rules, but yeah,
I was gonna say,
no monkey
isn't
lives
that
by.
not against the rules because account sharing is legal?
Account
technically.
sharing is prohibited for ranks and achievements like Inferno or Blood Torment.
Oh, okay. Does it say that specifically in the rules?
Yeah.
He's wearing a suit, bro. He's got to be right about
Dude,
this.
I would love to see some
in
like
the
Nathan
rules,
Fielder type
technically,
shit where you just
Account
have
sharing,
like,
they can ban you whenever you want for it.
oh my god, I would love to see something like you have no monkey in the room do it for you, but you have a secret camera recording him, and then like if at the end of it you blackmail him into being like, if you tell anybody about this, like I'm gonna release this tape and I'm gonna ruin your life, just like some stupid shit like that.
That would be pretty funny. You know what'd be good though is I could have No Monkey come over and I could place my fingers and hands on the keyboard and mouse, and then No Monkey lays his over top of mine and clicks with my fingers. And so technically it's me doing it.
That you really, I
Just
feel like
the
honestly,
weirdest,
dude,
most roundabout way to do
regardless of what
something.
way you go, you have a lot of options. You know, so definitely a lot
that
of
would
different
be pretty
ways.
funny. That would be good.
I don't think it's a bad idea to at least ask Jagex if they would, if you can, like script something up that is that you don't care about the. I guess maybe some people bitching at you in the. I mean, you literally host Behemoth, bro. Like, what are they gonna fucking say to you on your main
There's
channel?
nothing main channel comments can do to hurt my feelings.
That's what I'm
genuinely.
saying. You're built for the. You're
Yeah.
built for the unethical hire man, bro. This is you.
But also, people love that series. I've gotten maybe a total of like 3 comments that were like, I actually really disagree. The series is promoting, you know, like that. I've maybe 3, dude, out of thousands.
It's kind of like in itself, it's kind of like a different type of snowflake account, which obviously people love that. So, like, I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But moving on from that to other unethical things, SaintTit's Twitch name, as we talked about last week, was pretty much banned, but he put in an appeal, which we went over where he cited that his name is SaintTit because he used to travel to China with his father to birdwatch the blue-bearded tit, and his father recently passed away. To add a little extra, motivation for Twitch to allow his name, and they approved his appeal. They approved his appeal.
Insane. Do you think they read it, or they were just like, yeah, this guy appealed, give him another chance?
Well, the way I set it up, if they did read it, and they did the research on it, they'd be like, holy shit, the blue-bearded tit is in China. Okay. I guess this guy's not, why would this guy make this up? This is an elaborate story to make up on the spot.
I did the research on it, and I was like, damn, he did do his research.
And they approved it, but I still had to change my name. And I don't know if that's because when I logged onto the account and saw that I had to change my name, I'm like, I'm not changing my fucking name. I'm just going to appeal it. And then surely I can just keep my name right. Well, I probably should have changed my name first and then had the appeal accepted, and I probably would have gotten back to it. But that's not the case. So now I'm just SaintTit instead of SaintTits. They took one from me. We're one breast down.
Did they set that name?
No, I set that name.
This is the bit.
Twitch
this is
just
the bit.
fucking gave you a mastectomy. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro, the bit I'm peddling in my stream is SaintTits lost the 2025 war with Twitch, and he lost a tit. Now he's just SaintTit.
Yeah.
For now. Did you put in another request with support? Because that's who's going to change that. I'd be like, hey,
if you have a single breast, I'm still down for it.
Segueing, going back to also, this kind of has some real world trade / unethical topics in it. I recently traveled. I don't think I talked about this on the main cast last time. I just kind of came onto the Patreon cast as kind of a topic for me. I just kind of pitched a video just to kind of see what the fellas thought about it, about me. Essentially, the video is filmed now, so I'll talk about it. It's about me infiltrating an IRL RuneScape clan meetup, which I did do because, first off, the meetup was 3 hours and some change drive for me. Ended up being a lot more because Atlanta traffic sucks. But I did drive out there, and just so happens that SaintTit lives literally 10 minutes from this place. Actually, I'm not even exaggerating. It was 10 minutes from this place. I didn't have to get an Airbnb, nothing. Just some gas, a little trip in the good old Honda on the open road, GoPro in tow, And so yeah, I got there. We went into this dude. So I was kind of surprised. These guys weren't fucking around. They had a base level Airbnb mansion, bro. This place was massive, bro. It looked like if you think of that stereotypical massive drug dealer mansion you see on whatever XYZ TV show with the fountain. The fountain was the main thing. I was like, there's this big ass fountain with the circle driveway. You know what I'm talking about? That's the main thing. I was like, this is the mafia owns this. That's the first thing I thought, and I pull up, and yeah, there's over 20 RuneScape players here, and so, I mean, yeah, kind of the video premise is essentially figuring out what the hell happens at a RuneScape clan meetup, because there's no footage of this ever happened. No one's going out filming this shit. So I kind of went in and got the B-roll, and then one of the biggest bulks of the video is me interviewing these said individuals that play RuneScape, and we got some insane clips and some insane claims. We had one individual who has bought over $40,000 of RuneScape gold in his time as a player.
This dude banned off the game, dude.
No joke. There's no usernames going to be in the video. So these people,
how does he do that?
Where
does it go?
Crazy.
Dual Arena, complete gamble on that one.
I understand why they got rid of it now. I get that,
we have people who paid for their tuition in college by the opposite way, earning money. There's one guy who didn't come there. He was supposed to be there. He apparently he earned over $100,000 in money selling gold, and just gave it to his parents because he didn't know what to do with it.
Holy shit,
Jesus, dude!
What are the taxes on that? How does that work?
Are there any gift taxes? Oh.
I don't know. I'm not sure, but. Yeah, we had that, and there's one guy there that probably sold $15K worth, and he told me that's how he paid for his tuition, and now he's a software engineer.
Does everybody real world trade?
What's
going on, dude?
But think about this, the gold back then. Remember when we were talking about services, right? 2018, 19, 20. Those gold back then was $1 a mil. If you are making 12, 15, 20 mil an hour doing services, or making dual arena shit like that, you pull that money out, that is legit insane amounts of money. Like nowadays, gold is like pretty much worthless, right? Like that shit doesn't matter. Like you are paying like almost like a full-time level job if you are doing the right shit in RuneScape. Like it was crazy back then.
Yeah, so this place, at this place, one of the guys I talked to said he sold it. He was saying back when he did, obviously this was a long time ago, RuneScape, it was 1 for 1. It's like 1 mil is $1. So like, yeah, bro, you could really...
That's money.
You could really fucking run it up if you had a couple good days at the duel arena. Or people PVMing were doing it too. Because like back then, the entry level for like Cox and Top, like there wasn't a ton of people doing it. Because it obviously like now there's so many guides, like so many plugins, so much help you have, like to get into that kind of stuff, like anybody can pretty much for the most part. But back then, especially with all the good gear now too, but like back then, yeah, dude, it was very definitely not as much. So people were farming off that as well, I assume. But that was crazy. Had a lot of good interviews. I feel like it's gonna be a really good video. Experimented the first time using like an external microphone, which SaintTit is probably gonna hurt himself over, but it's okay. We're gonna work it out. And then so this is my next topic. Is we went to one of the like events for one of the nights there is they had booked out a Brazilian steakhouse. Over 20 RuneScape players going to a Brazilian steakhouse. And I'll start this story by saying that me, as a patron of any restaurant going, I am not, I don't bitch, you know, I'm not crazy. It really takes a lot for me to get fucking bitching and, you know, running my mouth about how bad a place is. I have a pretty...
Aren't you one of those people who sends back a steak? Or am I getting confused with Tasty?
You're thinking of me, actually.
That's and honestly, bro, we give Tasty shit about that, but he's really not that bad either, to be honest. Like, you know, he maybe
I'm
like
very easy. That is
really
the only steak I've sent back in my whole life, and you guys fucking saw it. It was raw.
It was bad,
genuinely raw.
I agree with you. I'm on your side here, but it does not take away from the fact that you sent food back and you're going to get bitched out about that.
It's funny because it was you. Like if Ignoble did it,
a waiter.
It'd be like whatever. Like if Ignoble did like whatever.
Just because
it's you. You know, you're like.
I know. I'm fully aware of the reputation I have laid for myself. I get it.
You and T Papa definitely, you know, as the rest got me into it, bro. Like before I met you, like
ring a little bell. Ding ding ding.
I never thought fine dining would become a hobby for me, but it's because of literally you and T-Papa. So, I mean, yeah, you guys are the guys. Anyway, moving back to the story, just putting that out there. I'm not hard to impress, you know, like I have like, I guess in my food journey, I have like kind of like I've split it in my head. Like you have your like soul food, like good food, and it can literally be as good as a Michelin place. It just depends on what you like. And, you know, at the end of the day, it really comes down to you. But Brazilian steakhouse, okay, so I'll say this. I've been to probably, I'd say 6 or 7 times. Fogo and Texas Day Brazil. I've been to those. I think those are the only 2 I've been to. And they're always very good or just like good, you know? Like it was a good experience. Can't complain. Belly was full. I think most of them, if you just pay for like where they're bringing the meat out to you, all the different cuts of meat and little things, it's usually anywhere from like 50 to like, it's usually anywhere from like 50 to 100, probably close to 100 once you get done, you tip and everything. So you're paying a decent bit, you know, so because it's you're getting good service, you're getting pretty good quality meat too. Like it's pretty solid. And so we did that, of course. And so we get there, and first off, the first thing I realized is this place is very small. And their bar, which on their website, they're like, first off, this place is called Samba. It's called Samba. And, you know, maybe there's other Sambas out there that are good. Maybe this is a location, because we are in the middle of fucking nowhere in Georgia. So maybe this is a location thing. Could be, very well. I had looked on the menu before, and there's like a cool cocktail that they had. And I felt like I was prepared, you know, as soon as the waiter came. And by the way, we have 21 people, and we have 1 waiter. So that's off the back. That's the first thing where I'm like, ooh. I'm looking around and I'm like, is there somebody else going to be coming out here? It's this poor girl too. She seems kind of scared. She did not, I felt bad for her. You know, it's not her fault. She did her best, I think, at the end of the day. I'm not going to get mad at her. But I asked for this drink and she's like, we don't have that. And then I'm like, okay. Do you have because on their website, SaintTit told me they have espresso martinis. I was like, oh, can I get an espresso martini? She's like, no, we don't have that. And then I was like, do you have vodka Red Bull? She's like, no, we don't have that.
What are they? Are they out of it, or do they not carry it? What was the
They
situation?
didn't even have it. The first two cocktails didn't even have it. The espresso martini, and it's like some type of, they called it on the website, it was called a Brazilian lemon drop, which is like, you know, the little fancy gay lemon drop that, you know, with a little twist on it, you know? Nice, something nice to start out with. It's
Let's
the
just
best,
say
you know?
the gays have their drinks down, dude. I love them. Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
I just wanted something nice to open up with. Is you know, perfect. You know, something sweet, something nice. Didn't have it, and so I go back to the playbook, the old school playbook. Vodka Red Bull, you can't go wrong. Vodka Cranberry, you really can't go wrong either. Those are two in the cocktail playbook where I'm gonna be happy, regardless of how they pour it. Doesn't really matter. It's probably gonna taste all right. And they don't have that. So now I'm getting a little nervous at this point. I'm like, okay, well, this is not good. We have one waiter and they don't have fucking Red Bull here and they have a full bar. So this is a little concerning. And so they bring the first cut of steak out, bro, and they start cutting it off. And I'm like looking at the meat. Some people look like it got fucking tanned, like that's how done it is. And some people's meat is like, we're at the deli, bro. We just fucking pulled up and we're picking out what we're about to get. I'll send you the photo after SaintTit, so you can show one of the more undercooked pieces of meat. I guess we can timestamp here. I want to show you guys this just so you guys see it. Okay, so now I'm showing the photo. We stopped for a second just so I could send it in here. You can go ahead. That now SaintTit has it too to show to you guys. That is one of the first pieces of meat.
Is that a hamburger meat patty, dude? What the fuck is that?
And okay, so here's the thing too, right? So
they've got water though. That's good water. That's
okay, we're gonna talk about that later, buddy. Okay, we're not done. We're not fucking done. Okay, so
they refill it with tap water.
No. You'll see. Just wait. Just fucking wait on the fucking water, bro. So that's it. And okay, let me tell you this too. This picture is doing this piece of meat justice because this is after it had set for a bit and the fucking pools of blood on it had dried up, and seeped back into the.
I feel like this is actually might be on the same level of what Tasty sent back that time we were in Tennessee.
Yeah, no, that's I don't know.
Probably close. Probably pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah, this might be maybe a smidge more from what you guys explained to steak. Also, here's the thing too. The thing about this, right? And like, I get that some people like their steak. They like the rare. They like the blue. They like it kind of like similar to this. The issue with this cut is this is a top sirloin, which is absolutely unacceptable to be looking like that, in my opinion at least. Like, if you're eating a top sirloin like that, done like that, you're eating people on the side of the road probably as well, because like that is just like, that's not it's not the way to go with that, you know. There's many other cuts of meat that make more sense for that, but this is crazy work. And then like, yeah, so my first piece was like actually okay. I was like, oh, this is all right. And then the next ones, bro, were just like that. And then there was one I got that was like you said, leather. It was just, I bit into it and I was like, no. But yeah, I got one piece like that, and I bite into it. I was like, you know what, I'll try it. Like, I'll bite it. I bit into it, and like, I don't even really mind when it's a little bit rare. Like, it's whatever. Like, medium rare is that's my preferred. That's what I like for red meat, if it's done right. If not, if I don't trust the place, I ask for medium. And I think we've talked about this before. But I bite into this piece of meat, and I immediately just taste blood, just straight. That's the first note of taste is blood. There's no salty, savory, like that nice,
irony.
Yeah, it's iron blood. It's just straight, and I spit it out on the plate, which is like, I don't think I've ever in my life done that at a restaurant. I spit out the piece.
I didn't even do that with the raw steak that I sent back. I swallowed
it. You know what he's like pissed off. He's like, he like spits out the food. Like, that's how I felt, bro. Like, I felt like Gordon spitting out the food, bro. I was like, there's no way. I just ate this thing is alive, bro. I felt, I could feel the pulse in this meat. I was like, what the fuck did I just eat?
Dude.
But yeah, dude, I swear, it was just straight. Like, because it was literally right when it hit my plate. I could see that there was some blood on it. But I was like, oh, it's fine, whatever. Dude, it was like straight, just aggressive blood taste. No seasoning.
You probably got a full-blown blood vessel in there, honestly.
Yeah, dude, it was
sliced right through it.
Yeah, it was.
Send it your way.
Yeah, it was. I was like, okay. So at this point, I'm getting put off, right? And I'm like, okay, so this is probably not gonna be the best experience. But they did have the little cheese bread. That was great. Love that. That was great. I was like, can we get some more? Get some more of this. Yeah. And then the chicken was cooked. So that was nice. The chicken was cooked. The shrimp was cooked, thankfully. I mean, I thought I was going to scurry away.
They
I was worried.
The basics. Yeah.
Yeah. So that stuff was okay. But dude, the meat, it was a shit show. And then so like we've talked about before, like when you go out to a restaurant, like sometimes you get bad, you don't get the best food. Sometimes you don't get the best service. This is the first time I've really had both that were both really bad, like in a while. It's been a long time. Like the service and the food were both awful. You ask for a cocktail, you get it 20 minutes later. We ended up being at this place, I think in total, for 3.5 hours, I believe. Anywhere from 3.5 to 4 hours.
Oh my God.
We were at this fucking place because that's how long it was taking. Eventually, people started like coming out. This other guy came out of the back and started helping, and like he was like the messiah to us because he was the only motherfucker giving us any fucking meat. This motherfucker, like he was working, and like I wanted to tip him. Everybody, so at this point, everybody's pissed too. Like most people there are not happy. SaintTit took a bite of my meat, and then like 5 minutes later, he's like, "I don't feel good." And I was like, "I don't feel good either." Dude. And and then one of the funniest parts is we all get the bills right at the end. We're closing it out. There's one girl doing this, by the way. We got one girl closing out 21 people.
Everyone separate checks?
Everybody's separent checks. And
that's fucked up, man. That's pretty mean.
And
fuck them. If they're serving you this dog shit, yeah, go for it.
Well, here's the thing is there's like we're the only people left at this point, and there's like I don't know, probably there's at least 5 people that work there. I can say that, which is probably not good for a fucking Brazilian steakhouse. And respectfully, so they didn't help her at all, though. They said, "Fuck it." They're all back in the kitchen. This one girl's trying to ring everybody up, and yeah, so that's obviously not going well. But yeah, that process took, I don't know, probably 30 or like 40 minutes, and people are more pissed off. But the thing is people look at the bill. And they charged us for each bottle of water $7.50.
You guys got the Aquapana. That's what you paying for.
That's that. First off, in my defense, that's all they had. No, they did not tell us. First off,
they didn't offer you tap?
No. First off, they didn't offer us tap. Second off, they did not tell us that they were charging for that at all. And third off, we were there for 3.5 hours and we're fucking starving and dying of thirst, waiting for the water. So everybody's like, "Give me another bottle." Like, get a bottle, just get 2, get 3, get 2, 3. So everybody's checking it up, be like $120 or some shit, bro. Everybody's fucking
paying $30 of water for every person, dude.
Jesus Christ,
everybody is fucking pissed, man. Like everybody's at this point, like people are definitely pissed. Like the vibe is not good, man. The vibe is definitely not good at all. But yeah, so
you got bad luck at restaurants, man. Like restaurant progress, you know?
Yeah. Well, dude, I was gonna say that's the last time I've had like, but that was just the food. The service there was fine. The service was great. We got the food came out. The waiter was nice. No issues with that. That was just a food thing, you know? And that's okay. That shit happens. It is what it is. Sometimes you swing. Sometimes you miss. But this place, yeah, dude, it was just all around, bro. It's crazy. So, and then the biggest fuck you of this place is. We all get back to this big place I've been talking about, and everybody starts getting sick.
That
everybody
sucks, dude.
It feels terrible. I know a couple people puked. I think a couple people just puked and got it out. I immediately just started feeling like my insides were rotting away. And like I knew that I had to like film the rest of this video, and I was like, I'm just gonna have to lock in. I'm sweating. You know, like when you're sweating, you have the bubble guts and you're sweating. And I mean, yeah, dude, it was a long night in SaintTit's house as well. I made many trips to his bathroom. Sorry about that. But after we got back to his place, I was on toilet for I spent like 4 hours on toilet. Back and forth.
That's a nightmare experience.
Absolutely just shitting my brains out. And I didn't even eat that much meat, man. I'm fucking pissed. I barely even ate any. But yeah, bro, that shit fucked my stomach up bad, and like a lot of other people too. Like a lot of people just immediately went to their beds and shut the door. They're like, "Oh, I don't feel good," and just shut the door, just went to sleep. You know, like it's
ruined the entire function.
Kind of ruined the function, yeah. Kind of put a damper on the last day of the function. But yeah, dude, I don't think in 2025 I'm gonna beat that as the worst dining experience. And the worst part is I spent over $100 there. That's the worst part. You know, that's the sad part, you know.
Dude, I'm anti-Brazilian Steakhouse now. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. The last 2 times I've been to Fogo de Chao, they served me shoe leather for $70, and it's kind of cold. And the only thing worth it is the salad bar.
Damn. Well, dude, there was a salad bar there, and everybody was like happy about that. And I was like, no, I was like, no, I'm gonna wait for the meat. I'm here for the meat.
You know how I feel about salad bars.
That was a terrible.
You're a fucking salad bar guy for sure. Of course you are. Fucking look
Me
at this
or
guy.
him?
Sometimes, dude, no,
Look
it
at Tasty.
depends.
This guy was licking
A
hummus
Fogo,
off his
first of all,
fingers. He's just like,
A Fogo,
yeah.
a Fogo to Chow salad bar is a good
Listen, bro,
salad
there's nothing
bar.
wrong with a salad bar. It just depends on where you're at, you know? That's why, like, I don't know why, like, in Tennessee, I don't know why you were that surprised that happened. I mean, if the place has a salad bar in it, there's a chance they might fuck your shit up. Like, that's a rule of thumb.
And not know what a decanter is. I'm more embarrassed about I'm far more embarrassed about the decanter thing than
I'm with
about
you on the
steak.
but the fact that you asked for a decanter at that place is crazy. That's wild fucking work,
I
bro.
didn't ask for it.
Oh, Bodie did. That's
was
right, okay.
asking for it, and I
That's
just
right, I
assumed
forgot.
this guy could not understand Bodie's unintelligible accent.
God.
And so I was like, oh, he just wants a
You should
decanter.
just punch Bodie and be like, whoa, get away. Oh, he's hurt. And just, I don't know.
Oh man, this poor kid, dude. This poor like college age kid, man.
If I was at yours table, I'd be like, they don't have that here. I just fucking said it real quick that way.
Can you imagine the stories that he tells his friends about these like douchebag people? This fucking British guy and his friend are just like, yeah, do you guys have a decanter?
Yeah, the only place I knew that we were going that would have one was that last place. But yeah, that was pretty. That is honestly though, that is one of the funniest fucking things of all time. Some ginger British guy that you can barely understand is asking you for something you don't know what it is. You're just trying to fucking work your waiter job at the local steakhouse, and just you're trying to do your thing. You probably got something on the side you're working on, and then this guy comes in asking you for a fucking glass phallus you never fucking seen in your life. It's fucking tough go out there in East Tennessee, man. Tough go. Shout out to that
It
guy.
was a tough go, yeah. I think when I asked the second time and I saw his eyes glaze over, I was like, oh, I'm a fucking asshole, dude.
Dude, that's still honestly, bro. It's biased because I live here, but the Tennessee trip is like it's like 1 and 2 with another
was
trip,
fun,
bro.
yeah.
It was
That
a really good
honestly was the worst trip physically for me. Like on my body, that was the hardest trip.
Is it because you drank? You're not used to drinking that much, I guess is what it is.
It was just so much alcohol. It was a significant amount of alcohol. That's the only time in my life I've seen Bodie blackout drunk. That's the only time I've ever seen him.
Oh yeah, the moon. Yeah, they love
Was
the
it
moonshine. Yeah.
It's moonshine, yeah.
They have a lot of new flavors now. I mean, they're always coming out with new flavors, but yeah, dude, we
Tennessee
definitely.
Part 2.
He wants to come back because he was talking to me when I seen him in London, and he was saying he wants to because Jesse didn't come with him last time. He wants to bring her and go to Dollywood and all that. But I told him to wait because I talked about this before. They're building another big roller coaster at Dollywood. And I told him to wait. You should wait till that's done, probably. That way you get to do something new when you come at least.
Dude, can we rent a cabin in like Maine or Vermont type shit? I feel like that would be very fun. Some East Coast.
What's up in Maine or Vermont?
Vermont?
I don't know, dude. Just like
I've got a family with a maple syrup.
You're gonna be
farm in
getting a lot of
Vermont.
looks up there, aren't you?
hey,
I'll
look.
be giving a lot of looks up there, dude.
I'm talking about Ignoble, not you, man.
I thought it was a gay joke. That's a brown
Those are
joke.
weird.
Sorry, my bad, dude. I did not mean to intrude on your space, dude. I am so
Yeah,
sorry.
what the fuck, man? Come on.
I know you're a marginalized group. I deeply apologize. All right.
It's okay. We're in the same boat. The gays and the browns, sometimes.
We're not. I'm in a bigger boat. All right, get used to it, buddy.
Let me ask you this, Ignoble. He's not here to defend himself, but who do you think if you had a gay tier list between Tasty and Hamsey, who do you put higher?
Tasty.
You
That's
do?
me, easy.
That's easy for you?
Easily me.
Yeah,
Oh.
Tasty's like flamboyantly gay, but like
No,
Hamdy's
I look
pretty
gayer.
gay too.
I present gayer, but I think if it came down to brass tacks, like who was ready to fucking gargle balls, I think Hamsey would be better at it. I think he'd be more ready for it.
He just seems like a
just
guy
saying,
who's
like,
like been around the block, Like he knows
'cause
his shit.
He'll be like, yeah, fuck it, like gotta do what I gotta do, and just send it down
That's
there.
true. You're gonna have
Tasty's one of those
questions
guys.
and be like, "Can you
he
shave
presents
them?"
himself like
I'm like
he
a
presents gay.
tourist. I'm a tourist in oppressed communities. I don't live there. You know what I mean? I just
It's
visit
like
occasionally.
it's not like you're pretending to be gay. It's just like you've taken on the gay persona. It's like you do all that kind of stuff.
I
But you
just
don't like.
have this is just me. I have aspects that some would consider to be on the gayer side of the spectrum. I don't do it on purpose. That's just who I am.
Bro,
Just a little flamboyant.
to
It's
finish
cool.
out the Brazilian Steakhouse story, I want to tell you, I did end up getting a lot of more good footage that night. I toughed it out. It was tough. And then I probably left a crack on the porcelain of SaintTit's toilet. And then I drove home, and I'll tell you that on the way home, This time I didn't have to go around the interstate. There's no traffic because I left at a good time. There's a Buc-ee's on the way home. And you know, I went in there, it was like angelic. The air was fresh, the air conditioning was blasting, the people were everywhere. Everything was perfectly assorted as always as it is in a Buc-ee's. And they had Bucky the Beaver. I even said hi to Bucky the Beaver. I was like, "What's up, man?" I put him on camera. He's like, you know, and he's probably dying in that suit and literally probably wants to end his life, but he's fucking waving at me, and I was like, "This is the best day ever." And that really got me through.
Bucky's so bad. Bucky
got me through
so cool.
Have you not been?
They don't have them here.
Honestly, that's why you got to come back to Tennessee.
They're building one.
Oh, they are? Okay. Well,
in Arizona?
They're building one in Arizona, but it's in a place called Goodyear. Have you guys ever heard of Goodyear, Arizona?
No.
Like, fucking exactly. Yeah. Like, it's nowhere near me. But they are building one.
Honestly, I would look at the, like, if it's probably going to be loaded to the brim, though. If you're getting a brand spanking new one, it's going to be nice. It might be worth the drive.
It's a big trucker stop. It's really
well, that's
big
the thing,
for
is they don't allow trucks there. They don't allow trucks.
Oh, well,
really?
fuck,
Buc-ee's,
fuck you,
Buc-ee's does not allow truckers there. It's supposed to be convenience for the citizens. I'm pretty sure, at least at the ones I've been in Tennessee, they don't allow them to. I think they can pull in and like go in, I think, but they can't park there and like hang out like they do like Love's or they don't have like a lot for that. You know, there's no lot lizards wandering about out there at Buc-ee's. You know, it's I mean, I get it, dude. It's a full experience. So. It really is. I'd get the brisket. Get the Buc-ee's brisket. It's pretty good.
Is it like a bodega kind of grill inside? They kind of got
everything, bro. They kind of got everything. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Because we got QT, which is like a boutique. That's a nice gas station. That's what I imagine to be a small Buc-ee's.
Yeah. It's definitely like that, but kind of upscaled a good bit. But QT is very good. Yeah.
Dude, I love my local gas station. It's a liquor store. It's like a convenience store. It's a smoke shop. They sell bongs. They don't actually sell gas. There's no gas there, but it's got all those things.
Do you have a relationship with your local? Because this is kind of more of a recent thing, maybe the past couple of years, that I've developed a relationship with the father and son who own this gas station, and I call father's big boss, son little boss, and like I go in there all the time because I stop in, grab a Red Bull, get some fucking today some pistachio, fucking whatever. Ooh, you know, nice. Maybe I probably go by there like at least once a week, usually twice, one to two times a week. I'll stop by there and grab some and talk to them. And I went by there recently, and the son is wearing a Versace blazer. And I looked at him and I was like,
the fuck?
I looked at him, I was like, "You gonna cut me in?" And he was like, "Whoa!" He's like, "Whoa, what?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just fucking with you, man." And
how good is that gas station doing, man? A Versace,
that's
Versace blazer? It's gonna be like $5,000.
I was gonna say, like, when it comes to like the designer clothes, and you get into like the suits and the jackets and stuff like that, yeah, it's like insane. If it was real,
when I was picking this one out, there was a Xenia suit next to it for $15,000.
Oof.
So I was like, no, I'm okay.
Well, it's interesting with that too, because
that shit that'll crater my balls for $15,000.
Yeah, well, like walking around the place in London that me and T-Pop went to, that just had like everything. Like you look at like some of the shirts and stuff. Yeah, Harrods. Yeah. You look at some of like shirts and stuff, and they're anywhere from like like 500 to like maybe in the low thousands, and then like if you like flip one over to like a jacket, it's like it just shoots up to like $9,000. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, those are so fucking expensive.
It just fucking immediately. But anyway, yeah, it was just a funny. I like them though, yeah. But I don't know. Maybe they are money laundering there. I'm not sure. But it was pretty.
Hope so.
I kind of broke the fourth wall with him there. Like he laughed, but he also looked a little nervous. So I don't know.
It's like what?
Listen, man. Hey.
Also, if you're wearing a fucking $5,000 jacket.
Yeah, I understand it. You know?
I'm an implanted Fed trying to fucking expose the gas station money laundering
by
operation.
Building a multi-year relationship and buying Red Bulls every day.
That sounds like honestly a decent. Yeah, that could be a decent show.
That would work, dude. That would work.
I feel like the FBI just doesn't do cool shit like that anymore. You know, it's just I read a story the other night.
The FBI probably does way cooler shit than you think. You just never find out about it. You know what I mean?
I don't know if it's cool shit. They just like listen to all your audio transcripts and shit, and are always listening to everything you're saying and watching. Like that's cool. But like back then, they used to have like sting operations and stuff. You know, and like they put someone undercover for like 2 years to like bust shit like this. Now it's like, oh, we just read all your internet data. Like we know all your porn interests. interest.
I was
it's like,
never in the
help.
FBI. I know a couple guys that work there that I used to work with, and I have been to their base of operations in Virginia. And I will say they have a lot of cool shit and concerning technology for them just being the FBI and not like the military. I don't even want to fucking know what our military has, but they probably got some insane shit cooked up that we have no idea about, 100%. Because, like, for example, I talked about before, bro. The FBI has cameras that can see me in my house like this clear from fucking 2 miles, like 2-3 miles away. That's the kind of technology they have. Like, actually, I'm not fucking lying. It's there. They got it, bro.
About 100%.
They got some pretty insane surveillance type technology.
We probably have satellite images of like people, like brown people across the entire world, knowing exactly what they're doing. Like
every single one of you guys, yeah.
What the fuck?
What do you think they're using it for? They're not fucking. You think they're watching you jerk off? What do you think?
The FBI might be watching us jerk off. Yeah, the CIA is the one that watches you guys, I think.
Dude, they might be. I mean, they might have like a little tag on me after the failed negotiation. That was just a misunderstanding. Please don't ban me again. That was maybe I have like a little. I don't know. Maybe like a little something possibly, but highly doubtful. You guys would do. Let's do one topic and let's do the. Well, honestly, let me ask this first. You guys have tweets today. Obviously, I don't have banned. You have nothing?
No, I got nothing, dude. I haven't been on Twitter. And dude, Twitter's been so awful recently.
I do feel using Twitter much either.
Maybe we can talk about that real quick. Do you guys feel like I do feel, and listen, obviously it's easier for me to say this because I've obviously not been on it nearly as much. But I did kind of feel this way even before I got, because there was a time where I stopped using it less. I literally was just not using it. Well, it was a personal thing as well. Like, it is such a waste of time. Like, we can all agree with that a lot of times. But like, I'll say that it did seem like it was like not as fun, I guess, as it kind of used to be. I don't know if that's maybe that's us getting older. I don't know. Like, I was more so like I was literally only using it to, for the most part, just promote videos and occasionally like shit posts. Like, I was using it much less than I used to.
I just feel like it's been, maybe it's an Elon thing. I'm sure it's probably somewhat related, but in general, the air of Twitter has been significantly more negative.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I used to be able to go on and find like a funny shit post or like a lot of jokes or, you know, just things that would brighten my day a little bit, or sometimes even productive discussions. Now it's just like little fucking RuneScape Twitter Hitlers fight videos. And I don't know, like alt-right content. I don't know. It's like,
here's a cartel beheading on the side.
There's a couple beheadings. Yeah, like there's crazy shit like that. So now when I open it, I check my notifications and then I close it, and that's about
a good pause to ask you. Doesn't it feel like when you're on there, it still feels like there's an election about to happen or something? Like, with how fucking like polarizing people are on there. It feels like we're still about to. It feels like the election is still going on.
People just want to be pissed off, dude. That's what they want.
Yeah.
I take my view with a grain of salt, because like ever since I stopped kind of playing, like I don't consume RuneScape content as often and go on Twitter. But even then, like I used to still scour Twitter sometimes, because you'd see like shit posts, you'd see memes and stuff like that. But my recommended like algorithm stuff, I don't know if that's like somehow got changed. It used to be all RuneScape stuff, like fun stuff. Now it's just like things like Tasty's saying, just like weird, awkward, polarizing shit, like random sponsored posts about just like how Elon is God and it, you know, Trump is doing great things for the country.
OnlyFans bots too.
Those are everywhere. Those are everywhere. Like, and then there's like extremely racist posts, like not even as like haha mildly racist jokes. They are like extreme racist, just like
it's
all
just
the way to the
racist
right.
hate. It's not even like a funny prod at a stereotype, which even like could be considered edgy back in the day. Now it's just like, yo, I'm not even gonna say a joke, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, I hate this type of people. That's it. That's the whole joke.
Yeah, it does make that funny. Muddy, because like I like, they're definitely in the like, especially in the comedy space, like there definitely is more acceptance of that. I feel like, out of understanding, but also there's people who just take it way too far. Like, it's just like, it's not funny. You're just saying something racist to say something racist. Like, you're not trying to make it funny.
These aren't even jokes. They're literally just like hate accounts that are just like, man, I hate X group of people. They are like, insert all these negative things, and the comments are just like, you know, fucking old white dudes with the fucking, you know, the Ray-Ban type shit on, and you're just like, oh yeah, this is, you guys are right. Those people are ruining our country. It's like,
no, it's pretty awful actually. It's
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping
So,
me
I
cope
don't
with
know, I
being
don't,
banned on Twitter more. Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
No, it's genuinely, it's a good
yeah.
thing. And like realistically, I know like a lot of content creators feel like they have to be present on the space just as a means of, promoting themselves. Realistically, how big of a benefit,
dude, let me tell you,
get?
I can tell you exactly how much of it is. So that's one of the things is like, I have like, obviously, like I said, like, especially towards the end, up until I did get actually banned for Turkey Guy, I was posting primarily just like promoting videos. But mainly Top Tuesday, promoting that, retweet y'all stuff, retweet the podcast, whatever, just kind of doing that kind of thing, liking stuff, doom scrolling, wasting 2 hours when I could be doing something productive, going to the gym or some shit. So like that's kind of what I was doing leading up to getting banned. And I will say, when you post a video on YouTube and you promote it on Twitter, you can actually see how many people came from Twitter. And I would say the most ever was like 1,000 people, maybe. And that was like
That's
that was
pretty
like
good, actually.
Well, yeah, that's what
good.
it was. I believe it was the Sasha, video I did. So like,
So
there's
the
some more.
Coomers.
So yeah, some more incentive to click there, possibly. And by possibly, I mean absolutely. So yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And then usually it's like a couple hundred people. It's a couple hundred more views on the video, maybe. And those people are probably going to watch it anyway at some point, I would assume. If they because if they're clicking it as soon as they see it on Twitter, they're obviously a fan of you, right? Or they're just lost. They're probably just someone who is following you, etc. So yeah, to your point, and not really much going on there aside from like, I'm gonna put my opinion about what Jagex is doing, this is gonna that's about the only other fucking thing, which is at the core, it's just self-fulfilling for yourself if you're into that kind of thing, because there's definitely obviously, as we've seen, there's a lot of people that are they are into that. They do like the public discourse, intellectual discourse of Twitter, where you're arguing with some guy who doesn't even make content. He's just there, and he fucking hates you.
Yeah. I feel like, probably what was a pretty big driving factor in Twitter becoming so fucking awful was the fact that they monetized it they got rid of blue check marks. They made it like something you have to buy. But then if you buy it, your content is monetized. So you are incentivized to rage bait as much as possible.
Yep.
Because that's what gets clicks.
100%.
So I think that is like a marked downturn.
Yeah, and the thing is it's a completely open market. Like anybody can do it, and like I mean, like what's stopping you? Like you got the full power with that. If you got something going, and like there's so much just false bullshit slop just being put out just to make fucking $20 or some shit off of it. I don't know. I mean, I would assume some of those people actually make probably pretty good money if it's like a big platform.
Accounts,
But
we need a new social media platform for like this kind of shit. Like I just want to see like RuneScape shit posts or like some every now and then some like actual intellectual discourse about some RuneScape shit, and then the once in a blue moon random edgy kids saying shit and people fucking dunking on them. Like that's what I want. But Twitter is not that anymore.
Dude, isn't it interesting that there's not really any. It's been a very long time since we've had like some content creator like a real like drama. It's like it used to be pretty common, especially like revolving around women as well.
I don't see all these people. Like I'm not seeing those posts anymore. Like I feel like my feed was
think it's just kind of dissipated. I think a lot of people have gotten off of the app. I feel like a lot of people just probably don't fucking care. It's definitely that type of, because that used to be. Remember, like we used to like be on there just with the popcorn out, just scrolling through.
Yeah, that might be a function. I feel like the player base right now is bigger than it has been, but the community is a lot smaller than it was, especially during like COVID era when we were all starting to come up.
You're talking about the streaming content creation type community.
Streaming content creation, even Twitter, things like that. It was just a lot bigger. And now it feels kind of stale. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I feel like now it's just people arguing about just whatever like proposal Jagex has or whatever quality of life or it's
you
just
open YouTube and it's like the 400th chunk locked UIM series you've watched with a new episode, and it's just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some people out there doing some really cool stuff, but I agree with that aspect that obviously like eventually, I mean, it just happens with every like gaming community. Like stuff gets played out, and then a new meta becomes unlocked eventually. And it's been a while since that's happened. I think it's been a while.
It's the chunk lock is literally the last YouTube meta we've had. I don't think we're gonna get any new metas until we get the private server thing, Xanaris.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
that'll be like great for content. Actually, that'll be fantastic.
I can tell you, I know that it's gonna be insane for content because I know what Jagex. I have the top secret insider trading about what Jagex is about to do with that, which I will not leak because I cannot. But I'll tell you guys, or maybe actually I won't tell you guys, but I might tell you guys later about that. But yeah, they're about to do some. Possibly, maybe we could say it on there. You know, surely there's no JMods that are patrons, and we'll
probably not
maliciously ban all my accounts and tell me to fuck off.
See ya.
But we'll see. But anyway, I was gonna do a topic, but honestly, that was a decent little topic there. Unless you guys, you have honestly, we should do. Can I do this one real quick? Unless you want, you have one you like.
Send one.
This is a quick one. We'll do a quick one. And do you have any tweets, Ignoble, or no?
I do have two. I have one that I don't feel comfortable sending, but I want to share with you guys.
Oh, no.
And then the second one, I want to get a caption from you guys.
Okay. Let me do this one here quick. I kind of like this idea. It's I just don't know how we would kind of put this out. It's from Trey Mayberry. Maybe timestamp and blur out their last name because that sounds like their full fucking name. Sorry about that. This was from Trey.
Casually dox this guy.
From Trey. You should have Hamsey do based on a true story, and have him do pretty much a 5 to 10. I feel like you shouldn't tell us when he does this though. It's a 5 to 10 minute story where he has to convince us that it's real. Because there's been a lot of times where Hamsey has come on here with a story, and we get like halfway through it, and you guys are like. And I'm sitting over like, is this motherfucker lying to us? Like, what? How did this happen?
He would fool me every time.
Every single time.
He's good, bro. Yeah. He's good. He's fucking good, man. That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't lie. That's why he's great. It's because he hasn't lied yet.
We don't know that, man. He could have been lying about one of those, bro. Okay, there could have been some.
He did not lie about getting a hand job from a stripper and coming in her hand, dude. He did not lie.
I don't think he lied about that.
That's definitely true. We've all been there, had that issue.
There's too many details there.
Dude, can I say real quick what I've just a quick detour before we answer this question. I have found like my time away from streaming and like, you know, podcasting maybe once a month that my ability to storytell I feel has gone down significantly. I feel like back when I was streaming, I could put together and, you know, coalesce an entire story with its ups, debts, peaks, climaxes, the rising, action, support, and all that type of shit. Like, you know, that English class prism you guys had to do. And nowadays I feel like my stories just like fall flat. Like I can't piece things together the way I used to, like when I used to stream, and I feel stupid.
It makes you feel better. You've never been able to do that well. You've always been pretty stupid.
Damn. All right. Okay. Hey. That's gonna do 10,000. You know what I mean? I was like, look at this thing open real quick.
Sorry.
My goodness.
That's not true. You're American.
Holy shit. Just get up and leave, bro. It's time to leave.
Whatever, dude. No, it's cool. I'm just like,
whoa, you can't do that. It's a scarf.
Dude,
it's a scarf.
Patreon,
it's a scarf. It's a scarf.
My bad.
It's autoerotic asphyxiation.
No, it's not. It's not that either. You couldn't tell what that was because I'm gonna blur that. I don't think we can put that on there no matter what the context is.
Okay.
Damn, bro.
that was savage.
Okay, well, working off of that, back to Earth here. I'll say that there's definitely a lot of like social conditioning with talking with a camera on you. Dude, I feel like if we didn't have this fucking thing on us as well, I feel like just the camera and the lights, I feel like this podcast would be easier. I feel like I didn't say don't fucking. Actually, Tasty's looks kind of nice. Honestly, you're like a GTA loading screen. You've seen a fucking
that does look pretty sick.
Shoot AK-47 and a stack of cash behind you, bro, and you're the fucking kingpin.
Slowly fades to a girl in a bikini.
I have neither of those things.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like there's definitely. When you're doing it, like especially with streaming too, like I found myself like you just automatically weave into the bit. I don't know, your brain like if something fires there. And,
it's like a muscle. You work it out.
Well, that makes sense because
if you don't, atrophies.
When I do take like a break of a week or 2 weeks from streaming, I'm like all fucking like, oh, the audio's not right. Oh, my alerts aren't working. Like I'm fucking like all over the place, and it just doesn't. I don't feel locked in. I don't feel dialed in. Like I feel like it's because you're not sharpening the fucking. You don't sharpen the knife for a couple weeks, it gets fucking dull, you know? So that makes sense. The fucking cake-on ass
no,
reference, sorry.
That is true.
Yeah, when you're not sharpening your knife, you be on your skin of them deers. It's not gonna feel right, It's like, okay, yeah, I get the reference.
Yeah, you seem like a man who uses a knife a lot, bro, to cut up your
grew up
fucking
in Connecticut,
cut up your bananas
I
and
can't
your
relate.
avocados, man. Yeah, you use a knife, bro. You get it.
For your avocados.
Okay,
Oh my God.
let's hear your tweets. Holy shit.
All right. I got some tweets. You know what? I have a picture that I found on Twitter, and I wanted to put a caption on it. I think it's better if I just put up the screenshot of it in the Discord and want to hear you guys' thoughts. I don't know if I'm particularly comfortable sending this on Twitter, but let's hear your thoughts. Take a look in the. I'll put it in the topics channel in.
All right,
It can't make Twitter any worse.
If we can
3.
timestamp this and throw this up, if it's if it doesn't demonetize us.
Absolutely. All right, I put it in.
Okay. That is a fucking. That's honestly, that's a banger. That's funny. I don't care. I don't like it's fucked up, but it's funny as hell. It is, well, that's
Those definitely aren't. Wait a second. Is that my friend's sister?
What?
You know one of these girls, bro?
Can you link me that? Yeah, link me that tweet.
No. That's fucking. That's Sydney. What's her name? What's her name? Thomas
Sydney
on the
Thomas?
left. Sydney Thomas
Is
on the
it?
left. I know her. Yeah. I mean, everybody's seen. She's a nice lady.
Dude, hold on. I'll send you this tweet, but I'll
Link me that tweet real quick.
Dude, holy shit! All
I
right,
think that
timestamp this.
Okay.
That's maybe the funniest tweet that's ever been posted. Honestly, Ignoble, you cook with that one.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I think
That
that's
might be the funniest tweet we've cooked up.
That is, yeah. I didn't even. It hit me so hard I didn't even laugh. Like I was just. That's how good it is. Like I locked in, bro. I was speechless. Like actually, but in a good way, not like a T-Papa way. Like
never.
Like a good way.
I just don't think that's.
I think that's great. Honestly, I think that's fine. I mean, like what? That's a banger. Literally a banger. Yeah. That's
No, never mind. I don't think that's that looks almost exactly like my friend's sister in the top right.
I was about to say, if it is, we need to contact her and see if we can get Sydney Thomas on our podcast.
Who's
That would
Sydney
be-
Thomas?
She's like, what did she get? What did she get?
She was a
got
ring
famous-
girl for one of the UFC fights.
Yeah. She got
And people
famous
are
as
like,
a.
holy
okay,
shit,
okay.
she's a hot blonde with massive tits.
Yeah, she's
And it
just
was
like
crazy.
she is very like she's very pretty. It is, yeah, and she just kind of blew up.
You know?
It's like always like it's always her or Sydney Sweeney. Like they like both like exploded around the same time. And there's like
Yep.
this essential like I kept seeing it just in the algorithm every time when I was on Twitter was like a versus of like what do you prefer essentially, and they were always use those two women every single time as like the standard. Is kind of cringe, but it was everywhere. Anyway. Shit.
Man, I took a screenshot of Tasty's message earlier, and I wanted to post this as part of the tweet.
Is this another?
That was
is this
my message.
It was this. I put it in the topics as well. I just circled them.
Me and PrisonJoe cast Starface emoji.
I don't know what to. I need a caption for this. I'm happy to tweet this. The last one I don't think is going to make it
Love
out
my
the drafts.
racist coworkers. That's what you should put as the caption.
Come on, man. When your coworkers haven't taken harassment training.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Is that the other tweet? Or do you have another one?
It was this one. I wanted to tweet this, but I didn't have a caption for it.
Dude, you don't need a caption because that first tweet, you got a caption, and it's the one. That's the
Pretty
one.
goddamn crazy.
That's the one.
I love that one. I just wish. I don't know.
Are you gonna actually
I just don't
tweet it, or
feel
are you being a
comfortable.
coward? Are you fucking with us?
Yeah, I'm not tweeting that. I'm not.
What the
I can't.
fuck,
He
man?
has a real job, dude. He can't be tweeting that, man.
It's true.
If HR fucking pulls that up for me,
What
that
if
would be.
What if No Monkey tweeted that?
His wife would crucify him
be
first.
fucking
And
insane.
then-
That's true. That's true. She would hurt him for sure. I'd be worried.
Oh
for
my
him.
god.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, hopefully you guys saw that and got a laugh out of that. I was really I've never been speechless for a tweet in like a positive manner. Usually a T-Papa says something and that it's like the slow. We all do the slow like the slow hand to the fucking face, but that was just like I had a PTSD flashback, dude. Anyway, on today's Base After Dark Patreon, we're gonna be talking about doing illegal stuff. I think. Take us out, Ignoble.
Don't skip. We have some news for you because we have recently reworked our entire podcast format. We will still be conducting one normal podcast a week, but now Tier 1 patrons will have access to a weekly exclusive Patreon podcast that's going to be even more based and more after dark. We've also updated our other tiers to include perks that allow you to directly interact with the podcast and influence the topics that we speak about. The Patreon will be linked in the description below.